I'd like to show you my Word whiteboard, which I use for business English lessons and other English lessons for adults and students when I'm teaching online in Zoom or Teams. As you know, we have chat functions in those portals, but the chat functions are very bitty, so you're putting little bits of feedback and they just one bit after the other. They have whiteboards, but sometimes the whiteboards are very difficult to manipulate. So I prefer this template, and this represents what I do in the real classroom. So it has 3 columns, all set up, so I don't need to do it every time. Outline, what we're doing in the day. Functions, language, grammar, the main part in the middle, where we're looking at chunks, grammar, and longer pieces of language. And on the right, we've got our vocabulary sidebar. Now, I like to use this for recycling as well, which means I can leave what we did in the previous lesson and incorporate that into what we're doing today. So, for example, we can record all the things we can do normally, for example, parts of speech, defective, adjective, circuit board, noun, pronunciation, so word stress. We can mark the stress syllables with caps or bold or underline or all of the above, like that. Procedure. Of course, we can highlight various items that are salient. And there we go. We can also, of course, add pictures. We can even use the drawing tools, which I'll show in a moment. But first of all, let me show you how I'd set it up. So to set the lesson up, I need to take out the previous lesson. I just delete that. And I need to move up today's lesson into the last lesson. And then I'll just make that font size 8 because it doesn't need to take up as much room as the new material. Okay, so let's just make a bit more space. Okay, so there we're ready to start. I just need to, of course, change the outline for today. Alright, so next lesson will be plastics. Alright, so there we are, we're ready to go. So as you see, that's most of the things we might be using for feedback in a real classroom as well. But of course, on a real whiteboard, we might be drawing. So, can we do that? Well, Microsoft Word and PowerPoint have this drawing function. So let's see if I can do a quick timeline. Okay, so I'll turn on the pen. Okay, let's mark the 2 points. We might choose a different color for the actual time representation. Let's say the present perfect. Past until now. Not bad. I mean, I could even just quickly, in my rough mouse drawing, right now, that's not too bad. So, in the space of 1 minute, we've at least got some sort of timeline there. I can draw a tomato. Brilliant. Maybe it could be an apple, but who knows. Of course, we can incorporate pictures. We can copy and paste in pictures or links or videos if we need. But mainly this is a feedback tool, and for me, it's great for the writing, for chunks, for vocabulary, outline, and a little bit of drawing where necessary. Now, the good thing is now I send this to the learners after the lesson, so they have a good record of what they've learnt. It gives a good professional impression that I provided that for them. And it's also a great record for me because depending on my record keeping otherwise, which can be better or worse, I can always look back at the previous lesson or find it in my emails and go, okay, all right, that's what we did. That means next lesson we could continue. What I forgot there is, of course, the spot. We can always put our homework in. And we could also put an idea for next lesson in. So we could make it more comprehensive there as well. Alright, so that's my Word Whiteboard. Hope you found that interesting.